Alright, everyone. Welcome back. I need to see, make sure I can see this thing. Alright, that should work. Hopefully that works. Alright, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So I just wanted to, guys, give you an update on the newest THG signing. This is pretty much his backstory. First of all, his name is RUNE STYNR. He was known to be going by STYNR, not STYNR, but STYNR, back in the other company, STYNR. He didn't even have the name RUNE, he just called himself STYNR. But now he joins THG, and now he goes by the name of RUNE STYNR. So the backstory is, what's up, Max? How's it going? So the backstory of RUNE is that he, as a little boy, about the age of 6 or 7, his dream was actually to go to the Olympics. As he grew older, his inspiration to get into sports and to be really fit is that this man right here, first of all, this man is not bulky, he's not thick, huge, like let's say Riddick Moss, for instance, or Brock Lesnar. He's not that like thick, huge, muscular guy. He's muscular, but he's lean muscular. He's like Bruce Lee muscular, but not that thin. But he's like, this man only has like 3% body fat, which is very rare for any human to only have 3% body fat. This man is like lean, muscular, really good shape, works out, no steroids. This man is incredible. But his inspiration to get into sports was Usain Bolt. He watched the Olympics when he was getting older. Every 4 years he would watch the Olympics, and his favorite was Usain Bolt. That was his favorite type of Olympics, was track running. And he was running as a little boy since he was like 6 or 7 years old. He was running, and then he got into Usain Bolt as he got older, and then he started using that as his motivation to just keep running. What's up, Jovan? How's it going? To keep running and running and running. And then at the age of 15, he actually went into the Olympics. In the same year, he started wrestling as well, like wrestling training. It was at the age of 18 when he officially signed with the wrestling company, and he is signed with Lucha Underground. What's up, Kennedy? How's it going? He is signed with Lucha Underground. Now, this guy is a Norwegian. He currently lives in Austria, but he is a Norwegian. And this man actually, as he went into the Olympics, he actually last year beat Usain Bolt's record, and he ran 100 meters in 7.6 seconds. Usain Bolt was 9.58. This man ran it in 7.6 seconds. His top speed is 33 miles an hour. That's how fast he can run. And then he ran a 200 meter. It was in 16.9 seconds. Usain Bolt was 19.5 seconds, I think, or something like that. So this man beat the 100 meter and the 200 meter record that Usain Bolt held. And this guy is extremely fast. Like when he runs, it's like a blur behind him. He's like extremely fast. And then over the years of doing the Olympics, he joined wrestling, started doing training with that. At the age of 18, he joined Lucha Libre or Lucha Underground, and then he went into WXW for a while in Germany and did some wrestling there. And now he joins THG, and his name is RUNE STYNR. This man, ever since he joined the Olympics, ever since he started doing wrestling, he has not lost one thing in sports at all. He hasn't lost any Olympic contests, like competitions, hasn't lost in the Olympics. He hasn't lost in wrestling. Any sport that he's ever been in, he has never lost. This man is a machine. And like I said, he only has 3% body fat. Now, another thing that got him into this was back in the day when he was about 6 to 7 years old. Yeah, it was, I think, RUNE STYNR from the backstory was trying to come up with this guy. Obviously, RUNE STYNR is not a real person. I try, like, if I make a person with my creativity or whatever, I try to come up with a backstory for them, and then I'll tell the people what their backstory is. Obviously, RUNE's not a real person, but in this story, I was trying to come up with this backstory, and I think I set for RUNE STYNR to be, I think he moved to Austria when he was 13, I think. He's not skinny. He's not like Bruce Lee skinny. He's more like, he's just a tad bit skinnier than Ricochet. So, but he's not like, well, he might be about the same as Ricochet. But Ricochet has a little more body fat, obviously. But this man doesn't have much body fat. But he's not like skinny to the bones where you can see his rib cage skinny. Like, he's not that skinny. He's not like Bruce Lee skinny. But he is skinny with muscle. But yeah, he moved to Austria when he was 13. And this man beat Usain Bolt's record of 100 meter and 200 meter. His top speed, he can run 33 miles an hour, which is faster than most animals, just like they said with Usain Bolt, obviously. It's faster than most animals. And this man joined THG now, and he makes his debut next week. And this man, like I said, this man is a machine. This man is an absolute machine, like something you've never seen before. His moves are as fast as light. Like, you don't see it coming. You don't have time to do anything, really. And that's one thing that got him the advantage of actually winning most of his matches, is because you can't even do anything. Like, you don't have time to move your arms, you don't have time to move away from him. He's just on you like that. Like, he's just crazy fast on you. He does not stop until the end of the match. I mean, there was a time he did one match. He was in a match with someone from WXW, and I forgot who the name was that I said for him to be facing against, but he faced against someone in WXW, and it was actually his second to last match there, and the match lasted about 35 minutes. And even at that time, 35 minutes or 30 minutes into the match, he was still going as fast as lightning. Like, this man was still going fast. This man, like, he does not lose energy at all. He does not lose. His stamina is incredible. His resiliency is incredible. His speed is incredible. This man just doesn't stop. And he hasn't been wrestling or in any company long enough to win championships. So unfortunately, he hasn't won any championships yet. But he signed a contract with THG for 6 years. So he definitely signed one long enough to win championships now, because he was doing the Olympics at the same time. Now he does have he has won Olympic gold medalist. Like, he has won, I think he's won I think he's a 4-time gold medalist in the Olympics right now. So he has won gold medals, but he hasn't been in any wrestling company long enough to win championships of wrestling, because he was doing Olympics at the same time and practicing for that. And even though that's only every 4 years, he was training those 4 years that they were not doing the Olympics. He was training for the Olympics for when it starts up the next 4 years. So this man is just a machine. He works hard. He's dedicated. Yeah, that's the other thing I was actually just about to get to as well. So this man actually holds the world record of how many push-ups or how many pull-ups he can do in 60 seconds. He did 110 pull-ups in 60 seconds. That is something no one has ever done and no one can ever do. Now, he can do more than that, but this is just how many he's done in 60 seconds. 1 minute, he did 110 pull-ups. Push-ups, he did 115 in 60 seconds. This man just, like, he goes down. This guy is just extremely fast. And he practices, he runs every day. He runs 200 meters every single day. He does pull-ups and push-ups every day. He's in the gym all day long. Like, that's his life. That's what he does. This man is just freaking incredible. Now, the other thing is, to tell you guys about this, is that Ricochet, this is in my story, not real life, this is in my story, Ricochet and Casey Catanzaro are not together in my story. Casey is actually was single in my story, but then it just got leaked out before RUNE joined with THG. It got leaked out that Casey Catanzaro's fiance, RUNE STYNR, or STYNR, which is what he used to go by, is joining THG. So it got leaked out that RUNE STYNR and Casey Catanzaro are actually engaged. And don't know the day of the wedding yet, but they've been going out for 2 years. And now they're engaged and plan on getting married at some point, but don't know if that's going to happen. So RUNE STYNR is joining THG, but he might be in for like a month or two and then be out for a little bit due to him getting married. So he'll be in, and then he'll have a little break not too long after his debut, for his marriage and for his honeymoon, and then he'll be back to his full 6-year contract. So there will be a time short after his debut where he will be taking about a 2-month break, and then he'll be back. But I don't know when exactly that's going to happen, or how long, or how many days or weeks after his debut that's going to happen. RUNE STYNR is 24 years old. He's 24 and set a lot of crazy records at 24. Like, that's young. Like, 24 years old, that's young. That's younger than me. Like, that's... RUNE STYNR has set records at 24 years old. Now, the other thing I was going to get back to is that at the age of 6, their parents were actually wealthy. He grew up with a wealthy family. Very, very wealthy. Like billionaires. And then something happened with his dad's company, and they actually lost all their money. So they became poor. And they had to sell their house. They lived in a trailer for a while. RUNE STYNR is the one that got motivated, saying, you know what? I've been watching the Olympics. RUNE STYNR was 13. Yeah, RUNE STYNR was, I think, 12 or 13 years old. It was around the same time they moved to Austria. And that's when they left Norway, when they became poor. They moved to Austria and then lived in a poor area of Austria where they could afford. And it was around that time, 12 or 13 years old, when obviously RUNE STYNR was actually watching the Olympics and everything. He wanted to go in because he heard that he could make a ton of money doing the Olympics and wrestling. He wanted to go in, help his family out, and make money. That way he can give them the life that they used to have. So RUNE STYNR is actually fighting for his family's life. Now, RUNE STYNR is not really as poor as their parents. Actually, he's not really that poor anymore because he's been in the Olympics, he's won gold medals and all that. So he's pretty much already given his family the money that they need to get back on foot. But he's still fighting to give them more because they don't have as much as they used to still. They're in the millions, but they were billionaires. And he's trying to get them back up to the billionaire title. But right now they're millionaires. So they are back on their feet. They're rich again. They're wealthy again. RUNE STYNR is a millionaire right now, all because of the Olympics. And now he's going into THG, and he'll be making more money with that. So he'll be getting back up to his feet because of RUNE. So RUNE is helping his family out, and that's another thing that motivated him to do this. What did that say? Hold on, let me read your chat here. If I can... no, that's not what I want. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the chat. This phone's messing up. I should get my phone back as well tomorrow or Wednesday. If you guys don't know, I can't even see the chat. It's not pulling up. There we go. Oh wow, yeah. Neck injuries are not easy. They're definitely not easy. Now with RUNE STYNR, he hasn't actually had many injuries yet in his career, but obviously when you do sports like this, that time will come. But RUNE STYNR has not had any injuries yet, but there'll probably be a time when he does end up getting one at some point. But RUNE STYNR is just tough. He's fast. He's not even 6 foot. He's like 5'10", 5'11". He's like 179 pounds or 180 something pounds. Like, he doesn't weigh that much. He's not big at all. He's pretty small, and that's, I mean, obviously because he only has like 3% body fat. So he's not a big guy at all. I'd say he's probably a little smaller or around the same size as Ricochet, just a little skinnier. But this man is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, so that's the whole backstory behind RUNE STYNR. Just wanted to tell you guys, I put it on my community about his records as well, if you guys want to look back at that, and about him making his debut in THG. So I did put that on my YouTube community, so you can check that out if you want, and see the info that I just talked about in this video. But that's what I want to talk to you guys about. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Next week, I'll let you guys know the exact date. I'll let you guys know the exact date. He was facing us so black. Yikes. Yeah, that's a dangerous move to do. But yeah, I don't know exactly what day I'm going to be doing it next week. But next week is when STYNR is going to be making his debut in THG. So you can look out for that video. It will be one video of a match. I don't know who I'm going to have RUNE STYNR face yet. All I will say, RUNE, is that whoever faces RUNE STYNR, they need to watch out for RuneScape. RuneScape is RUNE STYNR's finisher. And it was also known to he's actually ended 3 people's wrestling careers in WXW because of that move. It's a very vicious move. And there was times in WXW where, obviously it's scripted wrestling, but there was times in WXW when he actually went overboard with the move RuneScape. That's what his finisher's called. He went overboard with it and actually gave those 3 superstars a how would you say it, a career-ending injury. So whoever, and this is not scripted wrestling. THG is not scripted wrestling. So whoever goes against RUNE STYNR, even though RUNE is a smaller person, his finisher can literally end your career. So whoever does face RUNE STYNR needs to watch out for that, because it's something you don't want to mess with. His finisher is something you don't want to mess with. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time.